Remedies Total Experience Week 16. First week of the second semester, if you will. Congratulations making it this far. We're going to continue playing all the exercises in the book at tempos 1, 2, and 3. By the time we're done with this semester, this 15 weeks, you will have played every exercise in the book at the first 3 tempos. That's quite an accomplishment, but we haven't gotten there yet. So we're going now. We're going to start with lesson 4, exercise number 4, tempo 3. I've already worked this out. The first buzz roll is a dotted quarter note. I'm going to use a grouping of 7, so I'm going to start on the left. You could use 6. That sounds just fine. I wouldn't go to 5. That's too slow. You start hearing the pulsation. 8's too many. It's too frantic. Okay, so either 6 or 7. You choose. Actually, on each of these, there's 2 tracks. One's a little faster, one's a little slower. I mean, use 7s on the one that's a little slower and 6 on the one that's a little faster. But for both of them, for the 8th note, I would use 16th notes. So 2. So and a 1 and a 2. And on the right hand, so I can stay on the right hand. For the quarter note roll at the end, I'm going to use 4 strokes, so like a 9-stroke roll. Okay? All right, and I'm going to start that one on the right hand, in on the right hand as well. I'm going to play all the 8th notes on the right hand. This is orchestral drumming, and I want to play it as even as possible, and the way to make sure that's played all on one hand. Okay, so here we go. This is 4, 4, 3. Okay, I made an adjustment, and I'm not going to go back and do it again. That was it. But I made an adjustment. I don't know if you noticed. The first roll, I played a 5 grouping because I wasn't really ready. I didn't think about it right. I didn't prepare myself. So I wanted to do 7th. Then I started doing 7, and at the end, the last 3 or 4, I did 6. And you know what? I like the 6 better. And it starts on the right and ends on the right. So hopefully, you got to make that decision. Okay, so for me, I like the 6 better. You know, a minute ago when I played it before I started filming, I like the 7 better. So who knows? All right, let's go on. We're going to use the pad for the rest of the video. 9, 4, 1. We got some rolls, I believe, right? We're going to be doing some rolls. 9, 4. Oh, 6-stroke rolls. Yeah, that's right. This gets kind of funky. All right, so these are 6-stroke rolls set in a 6-tuplet form. You know, if you usually see a 6-stroke roll as 32nd notes like this. Here we're going to spread it out and make it the whole 6-tuplet. Okay, so that's the 6-stroke roll in a 6-tuplet form. 9, 4, 1. Now we're going to need to break this one down. We're going to play it slow. Of course, tempo 1 and tempo 2, I believe, right? Yeah. But you need to break it down. First of all, make sure you can play the first measure. The first and third measure are the exact same thing. The second measure, let's check that out. Look where the accents are, and then everything else is doubles. So if you're not playing an accent, you're playing a double. So it goes like this. Ready, second bar, and. Okay, so that's the second bar. I would play that several times and then do it off the left. Make sure you can play that measure. Just loop it. You can just do like this over and over. I'm going to play it. Let's play that second bar 4 times in a row on the right. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, I might want to add, you see where the rebound strokes are? You got several left accents in a row. And then on the flam, make sure you keep your grace note down. Keep your grace note down. All right, left hand, do the same thing. 2, ready, go. Okay, let's look at the fourth measure. Fourth measure. As you notice in the second measure, everything's reversed, right? So the right hand has a rebound. But y'all knew that. You knew that. Fourth bar, let's check that out. Okay, so that one's a little different. Let's play it off the right. If you need to, listen to me play it a couple of times and then jump in. I'm going to play it 4 times in a row off the right. 2, ready, go. Again. One more time. Okay, so we have a couple rebound strokes in there, a couple left hands that are rebound strokes. Now let's do it off the left. 2, ready, go. Okay, great. So now, as always, if you need to stop the video and go work on this, break it down even some more. Whatever you have to do, you do. All right, go work on it. And when you can play the whole thing at tempo 1, come back, join me. But here we go. We're going to play this at tempo 1, and then right when we're done, we're going to jump to tempo 2. So 9, 4, 1. This one's funky. I love this track. 1, 2, ready, and play, and. Left hand. Right hand. Okay, it's funky. Come on, baby. Feel the vibe. Let me take you on a ride. All right, so let's go on to tempo 2. I know y'all all singing along with that too. As you're playing, remembering the sticking, singing along. Here we go, tempo 2. Should be a little easier, actually. And 1, 2, ready, and. Left hand. that felt good. I started to feel a little bit there because I'm turning. Go for those accents. Really go for the accents. Make sure your diddles are nice and open. And you should feel a little burn there right now. Just a little bit of burn. All right, so let's move on. 11, 4, 1. What do we have here? 11, 4, some drags, drag paradiddles. Okay, so we got lesson 25s and drag paradiddle number 1. Get the track ready. There it is. Okay, so the first, we have 2 lesson 25s, accents on the downbeat, and then we move it over 16-note accent on the E with the drag, with the diddle on the N, right? And then on the accent on the N and an accent on the A. So we're gritting the lesson 25. And then we have drag paradiddles on the second line. You got 2 drag paradiddles with 2 accents. All right, so that's going to be a rebound. And then 1 paradiddle, so we can go to the left hand. All right, but the second measure of the second line, you have the accent on the first and the fourth note of the drag paradiddle on 1. This makes it kind of hip. Oh, I'm sorry, it starts with the left hand. All right, so the second accent is a rebound stroke, because then you have 2 lefts or 2 rights, and then you play the same accent on the same hand. And then a paradiddle, and it brings you back to the beginning. That's it. That's it. Now for this, I want to keep all the taps, all the ghost notes, all the unaccented notes low, and keep the accents high. Nice, good contrast between the 2. Here we go. 11, 4, 1. All right, here we go. We've got castanets counting us. We're in Argentina. 2, ready, and play, and. No guitar at the end? I thought I'd have some guitar. Chicka-chom. Maybe that's on the next track. Okay, so that's it. You saw where the rebound strokes are. Very important to get those rebound strokes in, because now we're practicing speed slowly. All right, but also important to keep everything low. Keep those diddles open. Let's go on to tempo 2. Here we go. And 2, and 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, so two important things there, besides all that I told you about, is to keep you tapping your foot. Make sure you're tapping your foot. You know where the downbeat is. The other one is enjoy it. Enjoy the music. You can bob your head. You can bob your head. You notice I'm jamming. All right, I'm also concentrating and focusing. So that's most important. But try to enjoy what you're doing. That's the whole thing. If you're not having fun, you ain't doing it right. Right? Okay, so let's go on. 13-4. Oh yeah, some steel pans. We're getting some steel pan action. Some flam taps. All right, this one. Okay, flam taps, you know, is a bounce rudiment. And we have accents on single flams, but we also have some accents on a flam tap on the double right at the beginning. It looks like a windmill, but it's like a windmill in 6/8 kind of thing on the third count. So be careful you don't play that flam too hard and let it bounce. Almost think of it as just a weighted note. And you're going to let that stick bounce up and almost have an accent on both notes, as opposed to, ooh, a flat flam. Oof. All right. So the first flam is going to be a downstroke. Let's see. Okay. So you have two flams in there. The first two flams are downstrokes. And then you have a flam on that double. That one's hard to control. You don't treat it like the rest. Don't pound it. Make sure you kind of finesse it in, use your fingers, and get a good strong double. Okay? Don't pinch the double. You don't want to, if you squeeze too hard, you're going to rush the double. Okay, so let it bounce. Let it bounce. All right, let's try it. 4, see, 13-4, 1. Here we go. 2, 3. We're in 3. 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly. Slow. Right, left. Memorizing. There we go. I got it. Okay, that one took some concentration. As you see, I made a few mistakes. Right away, I was like, couldn't hear the 6 for some reason. But these things happen to everybody. I don't care how seasoned you are. You know, if you don't focus and concentrate on it, especially at this slow tempo. I tell everybody, tempo 1, that's the hard one. That's the toughest, and that I just proved it. That's tough. It's going to get easier as we get faster. Okay, so here we go at tempo 2. And really focusing on getting those grace notes down, control stroke, and letting that flam tap bounce in there. Okay, let it bounce. Here we go, tempo 2. We're in 3 now. 3 and 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly. Okay, now you know most of the mistakes come right at the end. When you know the end is coming, you'll make a mistake. I almost made a mistake there. There was one spot I didn't play a left flam accent. I didn't play the accent. And I realized it. I go, oh my gosh, there's an accent there. So you're going to make those kinds of mistakes, but just, and keep track of it. Keep track of the mistakes you made, and then go back and try and fix it. So I could have done better. I could have played that better. I could have added the accent and not had that almost error in there at the end, because I was anticipating the end. So be careful you don't do that. It's naturally going to happen, so you got to be aware of it. And even if you're aware of it, it's still going to happen. So, all right, 16-3, going on to 16. Let's move on. Flam cues, rock and roll. Okay, we got some rock and roll tracks coming up. And here, back to lesson 2, the upstroke. This is what we're doing. So we're going to play a flam. We're going to work on that upstroke. Okay. And then on the second measure, you have this 1 E, a 2, and a E, N, 4 E, N, which we've experienced this rhythm many times already. 1 E, a 2, but now with the flam cue. So break that down. We're going to break it down one measure at a time. Take that second measure, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, and then actually you got to be careful because I just did this. But what's wrong with that? That last note, when you go back to the beginning, when you repeat it, it's not accented. So don't accent it. You see how it comes back into the beginning? So you have to get that transition from the end back to the beginning. All right, so if you need to, turn this off, do that for a minute, and then come back when you're ready to play this at tempo 1. So this is 16, right? I'll make sure I got it right. 16-3-1, that's what it says right there. 16-3-1. I should just look where the arrow's pointing, right? Okay, here we go. 2, and we're in 4-4-2, ready and play, and. right. Bucket of fish. I'm gonna take a dish. All right. If you have your drum set, if you're behind your drum set, hopefully you participated in the big finale. Okay, so here we go. Tempo 2. That's a long track. Concentrate. Work on that upstroke. This is a great exercise to get your upstroke down. We're getting our upstroke down. Getting it. We're not getting it up. We're getting it down. Well, you get it however you want to get it, but get it. Here we go. Here we go. Tempo 2. 2 and 1, 2. Ready and. Soft lamb. How soft is your flam? How soft? Look. Imitate my stick heights. I missed it. Dang it. Okay. All right. So flam cues. That's a great exercise. That one and the one right before it, number 2, to get your upstrokes really cooking. All right. Let's move on. 17. Turn the page. 3. Radimecues. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun one. There's accents on the diddle. What? Is that a mistake? You can't have accents on a diddle. That's got to be a misprint. Nope. It's not a misprint. I like it that way. All right, so we're going to put accents on the diddle. First, we put it at the beginning of the Radimecue like you normally would, and then on the triplet, which is a little different. So count 2, and then we put it on the accent. Okay, so think of both notes being accented. Just take count 2. Go. Go. Like that, and then you have 2 drags. There's a 6-tuplet. That we've already done this, so this is cake, right? And then you do the same thing off the left hand. So watch your accents. You know, the first one's on the right, then on the left again, left, right, right, right. Okay, that's really slow. Okay, so the accents are right, left, right, then left, right. Okay, so we're going to go slow. Take it slow. If you have to take each beat, you can play the first beat over and over. You can play the second beat over and over. You can play the third beat over and over. And then the fourth beat, where you have drags on 1/4 beat and then a tap 7 on the next 4th beat. Breaking it down. Break it down if you have to, okay? Otherwise, let's go. 17, 3, 1. 2. Oh, this is slow. 1 and 2. And ready and play and. Whew, man, that took some concentration. Tempo 1 is so hard. I made that one mistake. I looked over at the screen to see how much longer we had, and we were like at the halfway point. I went, whoa, halfway, and then I made my mistake because I took my attention off what I was doing. Try not to learn from my mistakes. Just let me make all the mistakes, and then you got it perfect. So here is tempo 2. This should be a little easier. It's not going to take as long, right? We're going faster. Same amount of repetitions, but faster tempo, so won't take as long. Here we go. And 2, 1, 2, ready and play, and. That was it. I wasn't ready for the end. I was concentrating, focused. Don't mess up. So I played the second tempo better than the first. How did you do? All right, let's move on. Moving on. Let's go to, what are we at? 17.3. That's 10.3. We're going back. We're going backwards. Why are we going backwards? Well, we're not going backwards. You didn't look at the last number. The last number is not a 2 or a 1. It's a 3. So we're actually going faster. Going backwards, but faster. We're going to do this in every lesson. Okay, so this is something we've already done. I don't need to explain it. It's drags and tempo 3 on exercise number 3. 10-3-3. 10-3-3. Microphone's still there. Here we go. So I'm not going to explain anything because we should already know how to do this. All right, so here we go. 2 and 1, 2, ready, and. Left hand. As long, do they? Man, it's over before we knew it. Now get these memorized. Focus on what you're doing. If you have to, look down at your pad and look up at me. That's why I'm playing these for you. Number one, I'm talking right now, but the best thing you can get from me is when I'm playing, and just watch and imitate. Imitate the stick heights, imitate the wrist rotation, imitate everything. Okay? Everything but this face. You don't want to imitate that. Just imitate, okay? All right, so let's see. Let's move on. 10-4-3. Staying in the same chapter. Wow, look at that. I'll have to turn a page. 10-4-3. Tempo 3. All right, same thing. I'm not going to explain. We're going from a triple to a duple feel. So the diddles are going to be a little slower in the first measure and a little faster in the second measure. No big deal. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. 10, 4, 3. Here we go. And 1, 2, ready, and. Yeah, listen to those diddles. How you diddles sounding? They clean, they open. All right, let's go on. Moving on. We're going to go back even further. 2. What? 2? Yeah, but it's tempo 3. Okay? All right, you definitely, oh, that was 3. You definitely have your upstroke warmed up after that flamacue exercise, so this should be pretty good. This should be getting better. When you start adding, you know, we're actually doing 2 so that when we get to the flamacues and stuff, we can play those better. But after working on flamacues, this should even be better. You should feel some improvement on that stroke after using it over there. So it all works together, you know, and it all starts to snowball. So we progress slowly, but for sure. For sure. For sure. All right, here we go. This is the last one of the week. Lesson 2, etude, tempo 3. Here we go. And 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Sticks in at the end. All right, that is unexcusable. I made a mistake. I thought I had it memorized and I skipped a measure. That 1 bar repeat in there, I skipped it. So I'm going to do it again. If you want to go, I understand. If you got to go, you got to go. I'm going to play this one more time for my benefit. If you made a mistake, you might want to join me. If not, you can go. You're free to go. And we'll see you next week. But here, I'm going to do it again. And 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Nailed it that time. No mistakes. No mistakes. Get there. That's it. That's week 16. Congratulations. There's a lot of stuff in this week. There is a lot of new material that you're going to need to practice. So, but you know, just like you, I always say how you eat an elephant. I'm gonna use something for real. A paella. How you eat a paella? A big, giant one. 1 bite at a time. That's how. Right? So take your time, 1 bite at a time, go slow, but be consistent. Be consistent, and don't wear yourself out. Okay, so for your practicing, make sure you go in spurts. 30 minutes, take a break. Take a break. Go get something to drink. I got my drink right here. I need a drink after that. Get a beverage, everybody. Agua. So good. Okay, so take a break. Go for a run, do something, come back, do it another 30 minutes. But, mix it up a little so you don't get burned out and you make it interesting. That's what we're doing here. Make it fun, make it interesting, and you'll see progress. But be consistent and be persistent. Okay, that's it. We'll see you next week. I'm John Wooten, and this is Rudimental Remedies Total Experience. Ciao.